Property tax. Property tax is levied in collection under Sindh Urban Immovable Property Tax Act, 1958. A uniform rate of tax is levied on all categories of properties at 25% of annual rental value. W.E. from 01/07/2013. Brief of property tax. The property tax is levied and collected under the Sindh Urban Immovable Property Tax Act, 1958 and rules framed thereunder. The property tax is levied under Section 3 of the above said Act by estimating gross annual rent, which is determined under Section 5 of the Act. To ascertain the annual value of property unit, the government of Sindh has rationalized and simplified the system by notifying a valuation table for different localities under Section 5 of the Sindh Urban Immovable Property Tax Act, 1958. For this purpose, all the cities of the province of Sindh have been divided into 5 groups, and these groups are further bifurcated into 4 zones according to their socio-economic condition of the localities. The category-wise different rates have been specified for each zone of every group, for the size of plot and SQ, yard and covered area and SQ, feet of the property unit. The tax is charged and levied at 25% of the annual value of the lands and buildings. Determination of annual value. Size of plot X rate X12, covered area X rate X12. Annual value equals plus less 10% allowance for repair and maintenance. The government on certain property units on the basis of their age, location, category and type of construction of the units also allows the rebates, concessions and annual value, rates. Appeal and revision. Any person aggrieved by an order of the appropriate authority may file appeal before the Director or revision petition before the Director General. Excise and taxation. Sindh, Karachi within stipulated period as prescribed in the Act, i.e., 30 days and 1 year respectively. Definition and duties of the prescribed authorities. Assessing authority. There is an assessing authority for every rating area who exercise such powers and perform such duties as are conferred on it by the Act and rules, i.e., assessment and collection of tax. Director. Perform the duties of collection and appellate authority against any entry in the valuation list or by the insertion therein or omission therefrom of any matter under Section 10 of the Act. Director General, to perform the duties of hearing of revision petitions may on his motion at any time or an application made against the order by an authority subordinate to him. Recovery of government dues. All the outstanding dues, penalty against a property unit are revered under Section 16 of the Act, from the owner of the unit, but the dues can be recovered from the tenant of such unit under Section 14 of the Act. The tax remaining unpaid is also recoverable under Land Revenue Act. Exemption. Under Section 4 of the Sindh Urban Immovable Property Tax Act, 1958, various property units have been exempted from the property tax. The tax shall not be leviable in respect of the following properties: building and lands owned by federal govt, provincial govt, and local govt, for public purpose, a building or land the annual value of which does not exceed 864 rupees. Building used for residential purposes built on a plot nor more than 120 sq.yds. One flat with covered area not exceeding 600 square feet on any floor of a building used for residential purpose. Buildings and lands or portions thereof used exclusively for libraries, public park and playgrounds, and buildings and lands used exclusively for public worship or public charity including mosques, churches, dharmasalas, gurdwaras, orphanages, almshouse, burial or burning grounds or other places for the disposal of the dead. Buildings and lands the annual value does not exceed 48,000 divided by equals rupees, owned by widows, minor orphans and permanently disabled persons. Buildings and lands or portions thereof other than commercial properties declared as protected heritage under the Sindh Culture Heritage Act 1994. How can I check my property tax in Punjab? Visit the Excise, Taxation and Narcotics Control Department website and click Property Tax Calculator. You must confirm the property's categorization. How to check Punjab property tax online. Property owners must have a solid understanding of taxes because they are a complicated subject. This covers not only the tax rates but also details on the taxing bodies, as well as the location and timing of the tax deposit. Property owners must have a solid understanding of taxes because they are a complicated subject. This covers not only the tax rates but also details on the taxing bodies, as well as the location and timing of the tax deposit. Taxes in Punjab. The Excise, Taxation and Narcotic Control Department is in charge of tax administration in Punjab. The department is in charge of these things: income tax and fee collection in the province, federal fees collection, registration of motor vehicles, dealer vehicle registration system for dealers, dealer vehicle registration system for customer, auctions of attractive registration marks. How to use the property tax calculator. Following are instructions on how to use the online property tax calculator. Visit the Excise, Taxation and Narcotics Control Department website and click Property Tax Calculator. You must confirm the property's categorization. To do that, select Find Your Category from the menu. It will open a new window where you must choose your district. A list of categories will appear once you choose the district and open in a new tab. You can return to the calculator now that you are aware of the property's categorization. The information required for calculation of 𝒖𝒓 section must be completed. The information required for calculation of 𝒖𝒂𝒄𝒆 section must be completed. Start by calculating the overall area of the land in this case. Select the property's category and enter the property's construction year. Finally, enter the property's address and click Calculate Tax. In a pop-up window, the property tax will be shown. Section Occupiers Information Completion. Choose the area of your property first. Give an exact count of the property's parts. From the drop-down menu, choose the type of building. Select the unit of measurement for the covered area of the property, square feet, marla, square yard, canal, or acre. Indicate if the home is being rented out or is being used by the owner. To move on to the next section, click Add. How to calculate taxes for expensive homes. Following are the steps for calculating the Punjabi luxury home tax. Visit the